It's just normally not that heavy.
That's a heavy. It's a thick.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
I'm off the sauce.
You got sauce?
5 days.
For Pride Month? You decided to get off the sauce for Pride Month?
Yeah, what
I'll
was
be
that?
back.
How
I want to
stupid
drink
is that?
now, but
Why are you doing this now? Do it July 1st.
What is it? We're not drinking?
The problem was I went on such a crazy binge on Thursday night. I woke up, I go, I'm gonna kill myself.
You are my favorite binge drinker of all time.
It was.
When I swear it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my whole life. It should be a skit on your show. It should be the pilot of a TV show. A guy on such a bender that he thinks he has AIDS is the funniest
When was
fucking.
this?
2 years ago, last
2 years ago.
Pride, he was
Pat
partying
was
so
convinced
hard
he had
he was
AIDS.
like just like falling asleep in the office, and he went and got tested. He was like, I think
I go, I have it. I'm laying down. I'm HIV positive, and it's probably about to become AIDS.
Full blown.
Full blown.
I don't want that. Have you ever had an
I
AIDS
remember
scare?
you. It was like a Friday night.
straight, man.
We were doing
We
a
don't
Friday
have
night
those.
pints episode, and it was just
Yes.
like you
I was
you looked
nodding
over and you're
off.
just like, I think I have AIDS.
You were like a little bit nervous, right? It wasn't like you didn't really think it, but it wasn't
I
like
was
a joke. either, right?
terrified.
Yeah, you
I
really
was
thought-
like, I was literally nodding off, and it started to happen to me again on like Friday, and so I was like, you need to take it fucking easy. It was one of those things where it's like you're out, you're drinking, you're partying,
Taking pause loads.
taking pause anonymous loads,
And
and it's like you just
what
forget
does that
where you
mean?
are.
for the
Positive HIV positive loads.
positive.
That's how I met Jackie.
But it was one of these things where it's like it was the witching hour. Like I don't even know what this is. It was like 11 p.m. and then it's 12, then it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, and then I'm like, okay, it's 5 a.m. What am I doing? Get home. Let me write a goodbye in my iPhone notes to my mother.
no way, dude.
I've done that like twice in the past year. I'm like,
Who's
you
gonna
need to
know to
not-
look there?
Huh?
Who's gonna know to look there?
They'll know to look. My
Would you
password's
look?
the same
If you're
way.
not a dead person, would you look through their notes?
No.
I'd look through all their shit.
I think it would be my
I'd
first
make it my
inclination.
screensaver, so they take the
Like
phone
a
and
lock
it's right
screen.
there.
Yeah, that's
and
smart.
make sure the phone's charged.
That's smart. Yeah. Why don't you just go old fashioned and be dramatic and write it on paper?
Write it in blood on
Or
the
in
mirror.
blood. Or in
Put
cum
your
on your
AIDS
chest.
blood on the.
On AIDS blood on your chest.
I'm sorry.
Get a dry erase.
He says on AIDS you come on your chest. That's
Yeah.
nice, Joe.
Have you had a scare?
I mean, I've always been scared. Not a real scare, not a real scare, but like I mentally, like, if you think about all the filthy things you've done, like, you know,
Yeah.
when you go for your first AIDS test.
Well, it's so different for you guys. Like
Yes.
it is not a concern or even thought for a straight dude.
But you have
Like-
pregnancy, which
Well,
is worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
I was
way
gonna
worse.
say it's
Yep.
way fucking worse.
First
Dude,
of all,
I would
AIDS. I would take AIDS over a baby any day.
I've had
Much
a
more
couple of
affordable.
scares in my day.
He goes much more affordable.
I do it. I guess. Do you guys have it? So, like, when you have unprotected sex with a stranger, right? I stress for 9 months. Not for
9 months?
but it's
Because of
always
the
in the
baby.
back of my mind. Actually, not
just
9
for
months.
1 month.
A month.
Like
a
a-
month.
like a
But
week if
like,
you don't
it's
hear
not
anything.
someone I talk
But if you
to
don't hear from him again,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
like
like, I gotta-
9 months.
like-
you think someone's gonna knock at the door and have a fucking.
there will be
package
days
for
where
you.
I'm just like, ooh.
There's not laws protecting straight whites against that?
against what?
Against someone coming after you trying to give you your baby.
It's called
Like, I know
child
it's-
support, brother. Like it's
There's a
Right
lot
now.
of protect the portion
I'll
with
tell
the
you what,
child.
there are
Yeah.
laws. They protect the other person, and I agree.
The
It's
guy has-
bullshit.
yeah.
Kevin goes,
I'm
let me tell you
nervous.
something about child support. Okay. That check came just in time for old daddy boy.
Really
Yeah,
did.
no.
Really did. I would say because we get a little taste of STD worry. You
Yeah,
know, the other
with
ones.
hookers.
So yeah, like, but it just in general too, just sleeping around. We worry about, the herp. We worry about the regular ones.
Chlamydia.
So
I'll
we
be
get
honest,
a little bit.
Never in my life have I worried about any of those.
Have you ever had any?
Really. I will be honest.
No.
I've never fucked anybody that that was the least convincing no of all time.
Sure.
Anyway,
You've never fucked anybody. to be ashamed of. It's like Roger
If you're
from the
listening
Jersey
right-
Shore. I've had gonorrhea 4 times, bro.
If you're listening at home, John is beat red going,
Hey, come on, guy.
but
We all partied in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Loose time.
we've at least experienced never something like death, like one that can cause death, so not on that level, but we at least get a taste of that. You don't get you don't get a taste of pregnancy scare. That's not
No.
even a thing. That's pretty cool for you guys. That's a good check for you
We
guys.
had to pay to get people knocked up.
Yeah, that's I guess
want
the
a
other thing
baby.
is it comes back around. It's pretty
So do
awesome
we.
when you're just fucking,
Yeah.
and then when you want to have a kid, it's a whole production.
Yeah.
That's
You
why
know?
I'm not having. Let's say we haven't had a child.
Well, if I had a uterus, I'd be fucking the Octomom by now. All the fucking loads I take in my ass. I would.
Oh, God.
You tried to adopt Sam Martin, the intern.
Yeah.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
Yeah, wait. Why
out.
don't you guys have a baby and make it for
Have it
content?
For
together?
what?
For content.
Us have a child.
Name the
I'd buy a
baby,
baby.
content.
How old?
This is my baby, content.
Yeah.
Kamasta.
Can he be like 16 and from
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an
yeah, like
Atlanta
just-
suburb? And a promising
Imagine
young
that
athlete?
every season, we all get interns and they just get kids. They just have a family. You have you're like Jolie and Brad Pitt. You just have 9
Yeah.
kids.
I was so bored the other day. I thought about having a kid. I Googled it.
I've
Let
done
me tell you
that.
something,
I've Googled
bro.
it. I'm like, maybe I have a kid. I was like, all my friends are having kids.
Oh my God, both of you
I
are
wanna
so.
ask-
And then
I've-
I'll Google adoption. It's just so tough to figure out even how to do it. It's not even worth it.
Dude, I've woken up on like a Saturday morning, like just like a night you didn't go out on Friday, wake up Saturday morning, 7 a.m., bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you're just like, what am I gonna do the rest of the day? I got a lot of time left.
Yeah.
But the rest of your life, what are you
it's
gonna
just
do?
it's just the day's just starting and I have nothing to do. My eyes
back to
just
bed.
cracked for the first time, and I can go
I'm
back
done.
to bed.
Yeah.
I
God,
love
that's so
sleeping because
amazing.
you have less trouble that way. You spend less money when I'm awake. I spend too much money.
So just stay asleep.
Yeah,
Sleep
I
is the only
I
escape.
eat too much food. I drink
Yeah.
too much. I gain
Idle
gain
hands,
weight.
baby. Idle hands.
Just sleep and you're fine.
I think I'm bored. I'm so I'm like, is this life? Like, what am I doing? Like, how many cocktails can I have? How many parties can I
I
go to?
know, but
there's
the answer
nothing. I'm
is,
so bored. There's nothing
all of
else to
them.
life.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is it? This is it?
I remember
Yeah, it's done.
that feeling. I wrote that blog about classic, when you're 27 years old and the Club 27 meltdown is kind of like my theory is when you go to school, there's always graduation. So from from 18 from 15 or 14 to 18 you have freshman through senior year of high school, and then you graduate, and then 18 to 22 you have college graduation, then 22 to 26 hits, and there's no next thing.
There's 30
so by the time
maybe.
you're 27 you're just going, oh wait a minute, I just do this forever.
Bro,
I just have a
the-
job and I just do this. But then I think at our age, you get a little bit older, then it becomes so should I graduate in a way and have a family and all that? And the
Right.
answer is no.
No?
The answer is
Just
unequivocally
ride
no.
it out.
I pretty young was pretty sure. I was like, I don't think I want kids or anything like that. So my 21st birthday, I was like, all right, I'm about done.
Your 21st?
Because you've
What
been
else is
drinking
there to
since
do?
12.
Do you really think that you there are plenty of people, and this is mostly girls, I think straight girls are usually I don't want kids, and it's because they just haven't met the right person to have them with
Right.
yet or whatever, and then as soon as they do, they're like, I want babies.
Right.
And it's just kind of like a defense mechanism. But some people I think are like, I don't want them, and I believe that they don't want them. I think it's a matter
was
of
never
do you-
sure, and I've been tested a few times.
Yeah,
And,
you-
I'm
you-
like, I don't want that.
Yeah,
like
well,
it is not to
but
not,
you were
not
tested
full bore
in the
every
wrong
time. But there have been
ways.
times I think I'm pregnant, and I'm like, there's never.
But that's never.
It's happened in relationships where
But
it
not
would've
ones
been,
where you were
Did
ready
they want to
to
keep it
fucking-
and you were like, grab them by the wrist, drug them to the club?
There have been times where we had
Throw them down.
discussions. Where I was like, "You want to just get drunk?"
That should fix everything.
Let's get drunk and wrestle.
Let's just try the test again.
Let's just
in a few hours.
let's get drunk, right?
Let's just drown it in fucking vodka.
Bacardi 151.
Right?
While it's on fire?
You want to get drunk right now, right? Talking to a
While it's
dog,
on
right?
fire.
You want to get drunk, right? You don't get to do that for 9 months. So let's fucking get drunk and then we'll do it tomorrow.
If you know
about
that
killing
and you're
babies.
really okay with it, then it's. I'll just say this: it's not fun.
Having kids.
Yes, fun is the operative word. If you want to say you've always wanted to
Satisfying?
be a dad, satisfying is a big one. Fulfilled is a big one. all these terms that people kind of throw out there, there is truth to it. When I'm hanging out with my kids, I'm very happy. There is this feeling of like
He's convincing himself.
I'm making memories, fulfillment, satisfying, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not having fun.
Right.
Because what is fun as an adult is traveling around the world, partying, fucking people, doing risky shit, crazy stuff. All of that, you immediately stop doing when you have kids.
But my thing is,
So it
that's
goes
not
from
even
fun
that
to
fun
not-
anymore.
Well, and then that's the question.
It's like, so
that's,
what is fun?
Yes, yes.
It's like this job is great. It doesn't, keep me too, like, I have free time. You know what I mean? Like, we joke about, like, oh, I have a merch meeting tonight to get out of the house. Like, I have free time. Like,
But here's the thing. Once you have that, you will have, like, no free time.
Yeah.
It all goes away. So it's like a very
Get a
there's
dog.
there's no
That's the middle ground.
honestly that's when
But
people
then
say
you
like
gotta-
it's like having a kid, it's like, well, it's not, but at least there is this little middle ground.
I don't know. You don't want kids.
I think I'm too old for it now.
How old are you?
44, sorry.
I don't think you're too
You're
old
not
for
too
that,
old.
but it is.
Well, De
it
Niro's
is-
having that at 89.
Yeah. What
He's
an
also
idiot.
a billionaire.
You should get a knock up
Yeah.
a woman.
It
We
depends on
said,
if
wouldn't
you.
you kill if you were De Niro's kid, his
Yeah.
older kid, like he's a kid in his 40s, 50s?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like cut his dick off?
Yeah. Now I gotta raise him.
If you like, they're losing like $50 million.
Yeah.
like
I've
from
been
their
hearing
Oh,
inheritance.
shit. I didn't
He's
think about
worth
that.
like $500 million.
For
He's
no
got
reason.
big money, so
Like, dude,
Jesus.
I'm losing $50 million
Because you wanted to.
because
nut
Dad
her.
wanted to leave it in.
You
yeah.
want to change a few
Leave it
diapers
in.
before you kick the bucket? Like that's
Yeah.
fucking
That's the other thing
nuts.
too, though. He's not. He's not gonna do anything.
Right,
with this
right,
baby.
right. You wanna
That's
watch-
some woman that he actually no. Pacino's woman is like 25. He met her like last year and
She's 29.
disgusting.
29.
But
But
the-
the other one I think is like the same mother as the other kids, and
You see him
it's
on
like,
the Today Show talking about it, De
No,
Niro?
no.
They're like, oh, they got him a gift, and it was like,
What?
hug me today, and he goes, all right. he just puts it down. Like, how's the baby doing? He goes, it's pretty good. I'm sure he doesn't
Did
even
you
know
see
the
the
kid's
video
name.
of him? It's so funny, man, and I long to get to a level like that, where he's on a red carpet. I think it's for Flowers of the Killer Moon.
picture?
The picture. Someone
So
hands him a
good.
picture, and Robert.
Artie, like he drew it.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
like a picture of him that he.
But he's already got his reel running. He's like, I drew that of you. What do you think? And De Niro's just looking into a camera like, I don't
He-
fuck-
he-
like,
he-
like, can't
he looks
even
at it and goes,
feign enthusiasm. He goes,
He's been famous for so long. It's like
Yeah.
when you're famous for that
Same.
long.
that guy was funny though. He turns to whatever camera's rolling. He goes, damn. Like,
Oh, right, I
like
didn't catch that
he
part.
really like fucking shot me down on that one. The kids thing though, you're not too old, but it is daunting to be like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
old when they want to like play. Even I'm feeling that now. Like I'm like Jesus. They're like
We can
gonna-
hire people now.
Yeah.
I would knock a woman up, but I would want her to get out of the picture like right after. I don't want to try and take my baby away and like try to tell me what to wear.
You need a
tell me what to
surrogate,
do.
and then you kill her afterwards.
yeah,
You
like a
knock
free
her out.
They should
surrogate.
do
Oh,
citizenship
natural?
for surrogacy.
Yeah, I would do
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah.
then,
I wouldn't be able to like.
I
I'd have to feel like. I don't know. I have to be in the mood to do it, but I can just like like go like this, and then like when she's running ready, just roll over and shoot it in there.
4th of July is one of the big party holidays. You have cookouts. You have exclusively cookouts. There's nothing else you could possibly do on the 4th of July. I guess a pool party, you could throw it in there. But the point is, it is like a St. Patrick's Day. It is like a Halloween. You dress up for the 4th of July now. You dress up for Lady Liberty. You dress up for the Stars and the Stripes. And you dress up to celebrate their wedding anniversary is what it is. Lady Liberty and Uncle Sam, like that. They got like that together. Go to the store.barstoolsports.com. Get all the merch you need for your 4th of July party. We got all kinds of stuff. Number one is I love pregame flyovers. You could get it at a gas station if you wanted to, but you can save gas money and just buy it online instead. All kinds of stuff. There's Dude, I Love Freedom. There's DILF. There's Man, I Love Freedom. There's MILF. There's all kinds of USA stuff. Get it right now. Have it in time for your 4th of July cookout, barbecue, pool party, whatever you want to call them. It's all the same thing. It's a gathering of friends and freedom. Go to store.barstoolsports.com right now. Get it.
Well, you've been
Bro,
doing
you
on
can shoot
your,
from across
on
the
your
room if you
Viagra
want.
on your Viagra kick lately.
I took a Viagra this like last night. Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
How come? Just for funsies?
Yeah, because I just like I've been having performance anxiety lately, and my antidepressants like fuck with my libido, so I've been taking them here and there. But it's like it's a strong one I got from India.
It's
like 200 milligrams.
You were with somebody or just for your own?
Yeah, my
okay.
lover.
Okay. Yeah, lover.
It's a man.
But my
How
lover-
long did it last?
So there's no confusion.
I mean, I was telling him that like it lasts into throughout the next day. Like
one
you're-
constant or the
taken-
reload time is
so
very
like after
fast?
you get like after the first one, like you're hanging like heavy, like you gain like a good like 3 inches of soft, like it just hangs.
Hell
I showed
yeah.
you the picture.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
That's the
it was
best.
not his dick.
It wasn't.
not his
It was
dick.
a black man's dick. And I don't know where I got there. But the next day, like everything just hangs. You feel like you have like a
For a full day?
Like everything's heavy down there. You can feel it, like banging into your legs. It's like
Fucking
the whole thing
Big
down there.
Ben
is just
down there, yeah.
swollen
That's
and
the
like
game.
heavy.
Yeah, that's.
Dude.
I'd
That's why
rather
you got
that.
fucking mesh shorts
I
on
want
today.
that
You need to go to
than
a pool-
not.
if you have to
I
go
don't
to a
want it to
pool
get
party-
hard all the way.
Yeah,
I want it to
right.
just be like, look at this. Check
Yeah,
this
it
out.
hangs heavy the next day because the blood's still all in there. So if you have to like change it,
Where's
from,
this
like,
picture?
The homies, the heavy dick picture.
You really want to see it? It's
Yeah.
not. It's not his dick.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
joking.
it is
no,
my
it's
dick.
his dick, but it's not his dick. I've
It
seen
is
his dick.
literally your dick, though.
It is my dick, but it's
Heavy
it's,
D. Let's see it. I mean, I want
Where-
to see this.
where
He
do
got
I
them from India. This
I almost
dog-
hit a
would you-
before and after too, though. Like,
Also, like when
show me all your cock
we'll
pictures.
pop the link in the bio.
Yeah.
And by in the bio, I mean
It's
send
called
it over to me.
Senforce 200. That I get it from India.
This guy called him up.
Is that what
sold him
like
on it.
Lamar Odom OD'd on? He's
Probably.
like,
Might
cracking
be.
by and like gas station.
He goes, very special deal for you,
Tiger
Mr.
pills or
Kamasa.
some shit.
Very special deal for you today.
I can't just
You
Google
get
cock.
free Viagra. I give you 200 for free.
I'm
I
finding
can't
it.
I'm
sorry.
afraid my heart
Is
would
it
explode.
from the internet? You just found it and it gets delivered, or you found it? Like,
my
in one of
father
these-
had it at his house. But him and his buddies were trading. They were trading Viagra pills for
Little pill
weed.
party?
And they were like doing a yelled Yankee swap.
Throw it
So
in the bowl.
So I
everyone
said
grab
I
one?
took one of theirs. I got one from them and took it. I found it. Which one's the best one?
You got my reader?
Colleen, close your eyes.
Let me get my reader.
What do you?
Can't
what do you-
even
what do you-
look at that,
Why
like-
can't you look at it?
Because it's Joey.
Because Joey.
Well, it's just normally not that heavy.
That's a heavy dick. It's a thick
Oh
dick.
yeah.
And that's because of the pills. The
Usually it
next day.
sits right up on there like a bird.
Wait,
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
so
yeah.
use like to take that like when I take a fucking.
Yeah,
I
but
put it
what do you
on
do?
the
Do you like
nightstand
this?
and you stand in front of it.
Oh, okay.
It's
smart.
not timed with the timer on.
And what,
put
did
a
you put your
timer
arms
on?
over your head?
Is that
Because
how
there are no
you,
hands in your picture.
you take nudes like that? Like you put a timer on? I just
Yeah.
go in a mirror.
Totally. Oh, I just.
Yeah.
I also don't do it
I
anymore.
put my face in it.
We've said before on the show. We live in a post-nude society. I don't care about your nudes. Don't send them to me. I'm not gonna send you any either.
Yeah.
It is of no reason like of privacy.
I think
It's just-
when
it does
you are
nothing for
when
me
you're
anymore.
when you're in your nudes era with the right person or whatever, it's a fucking.
Nudes were great back in the day.
I think
seen
it's a blast.
I've seen so many nudes.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's another
Sent
thing. I feel
so
like
many
in
nudes
your
not-
society that's very.
Do you have
I've
pictures of
seen
yourself out
thousands
there?
of dicks.
Oh yeah.
Do girls
Oh,
have
yeah.
nude pictures of you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have they ever
I've been seen.
resurfaced
I've been threatened before.
I've been threatened so many
for
times.
money?
Really?
No, not for money. Like this is like 10 years ago. This is before. Now I want it to happen. Now
Yeah.
because now like fucking private fucking what do you call it? Revenge porn laws are so strict. Like now
Yeah.
you turn me into a hero.
Yeah.
You leak my
Yes.
news.
I'm
like,
a victim.
I'm a victim.
Also,
Yeah.
there's a couple
Fucking-
pictures out there where I got a heavy D that I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind people seeing. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
Now it's like it would be mildly embarrassing now, but I would be like I could cry on TV. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I did that. I
Yeah.
trusted them.
You got at least
Yeah.
3 episodes out of
That's
it.
how my
That's-
famous video got out back in the day when I got a little taste of fame. The second tried to like blackmail. I was like, you're not getting any money from me. I was like, I don't know what you're thinking.
Also, it gets a little weird because it's like, I think there's, if you're like threatening to post somebody, like you're an asshole. But it does get dicey with like girls casually joke about how much they send dick pics around to the group chat.
Yeah.
But if you're like, you're a guy and you show.
pussy, like you're a weirdo.
Yeah, totally. It's like, what?
What do you mean?
Like
if
girls
you-
are like, if you send me your dick, it's going to like it's like
Right.
like,
She's
gonna show her friend.
But
it's
if
in
a
the
girl
group chat.
sends me a nude and I show it to everyone, I'm like violating trust and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
yeah.
All my friends at home would trade nudes, like all the straight
Well,
guys.
like, I mean, I a lot of times I feel like guys will like show me, but they won't like send it.
Oh,
you know,
no,
things
no,
like
no.
that. Like
That's too risky.
But it's it's weird when it's like it's your, I don't know, it's your sex tape or your pictures, and it's like, well, I don't know.
I was thinking
now
about
I
that
can't
the
show
other
them.
day. I hate how like everything lives forever. Like time hop people infuriate me because they'll like text me like, we had this conversation 4 years ago
Today.
and I'm like, why do you have that fucking screenshot? Why is that happening? Because like texting is conversation now, and like
Right.
conversation didn't.
It just
happen-
fades and disappears.
It didn't happen forever. Like I don't
there's
like
no
how
record.
everything is etched in stone now, and that's not a novel
should put
take.
it in writing,
But
yeah.
like with pictures in particular, like even in writing, like when I sent you a letter, I was sitting down to send you a letter. I'm not having a conversation. Like this
Yeah.
is we're just
In
talking
real time, yeah.
But like the pictures in particular, when people like have like oh remember when you sent me this picture? I'm like,
And
why
you
the-
replied, "Oh fuck yeah."
that's
documented.
I mean, regular ass pictures. I'm
Yeah.
like, why'd you fucking save that?
You
Like, that
almost
was
wish that the world had like a 5-year reset. Yeah.
Because if I was showing you a photograph as we used to do back in the day, and
Yeah.
you just got up, put it in your pocket, and walked away, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
You can't
thing to
keep
do.
that.
That's- yeah.
Yeah.
Have it- what do you need
You're
that
just
for?
talking and I'm
Let
showing
me
you a
screenshot
picture.
that.
Or people
Yeah.
screenshot actual conversations.
Yeah. It is.
What,
That's what I mean. And then that comes up in Time Hop.
Yeah.
in your world, does everybody snoop through each other's phones, or is it like the quote unquote girl in the relationship snoops through phones? And
I mean,
the
some
guy in
people
the
are shy. I mean,
relationship
I don't share everything. I don't share pictures. Like, I don't have like bad pictures, but like, I wouldn't share pictures with my boyfriend or anything. With
No, I'm
him.
not talking about pictures now. I'm talking about like
going
snooping through
through a
phones.
phone if they leave it
like
on the table, has
straight
to be fine.
girls, like you could offer a girl, here's $1 million cash, or you get to be alone in
Oh,
the room
no.
with your boyfriend's phone unlocked. They would take the phone.
I would never look
because
at
they
anything.
just
I
want
would go
to
because
know
I'm a
everything.
nightmare. I'm a crazy person. So I would read like the smallest thing and turn into a big thing like that. Like even like nothing, even anything. If there was like he was on a website looking for a certain T-shirt or something, I'd be like, why is he looking for this T-shirt? Like what's? And I'd make a fucking huge fucking thing.
But
of
you
it.
know you're crazy enough.
Oh, I know I'm crazy enough.
But still controlled enough to say then. So I'm not gonna go look at it.
I can't.
That's
I don't want
good.
to see anything.
That's
I don't wanna know
admirable because
anything.
most of the time you're crazy.
It would
you
ruin
just-
my life. It would ruin my life.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
ruined
I'd
his
love
life.
to.
It would.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. Not
And
in
also
the current
privacy
relationship
thing.
now,
I
but
think
I've
like
thought
when
about it.
way back in the day, I probably looked like when I was like 18, but I've never considered looking probably since my 21st birthday when I died.
Yeah.
No, I've
The
lost-
desire to know, like I remember one time I had my iPad
Was
was
connected to your phone.
connected
Oh,
to
no.
someone else's phone, and I saw a text coming in, and they were like salacious, and I just disconnected it. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want this. Like, and
From
it probably
someone you
could have
were
been
dating?
what?
from someone you were dating.
Yeah, but it was just like I could
Ignorance is bliss.
use these or get satisfaction out of these or whatever you want to call it, and I was just like, nope, this is not like right, and I would hate if this was happening to me.
Yeah.
So for karma or whatever, I'm just
Yes.
done.
I also think you reach a point where you just don't care.
Care.
It's like I don't like. Why am I in a relationship just to be at peace and have sex with someone regularly? That's it.
I don't even care about like, let's say, I don't know if I snooped and found something. I don't know if I would care. Like,
No.
I think my tolerance right now is very high for like,
Yeah.
not for bullshit, but for. It's like
Is it
on
worth
one
it?
hand, like if I'm not like jiving with you, if we don't like click, like then you're fucking gone. But if we do, then it's like I don't know. I could find out you fucked someone and then killed them afterwards, and I'd be like, but I don't know. We got a really good thing going here. So like
Is it
I don't
worth
want to rock
changing
my
things up
boat.
right now? I'm
Yeah.
kind of in a vibe right now.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to
Like
shake
just
things
don't do
up.
that to
is
me.
good.
Even that, I'm like,
you don't ask me questions. I like that a lot. So feel like if I give a go with another person, they're gonna ask questions.
Yeah,
And
for
You
we're-
really
real.
weigh
I mean,
a lot of
that's-
things in
You
your
let
life
me
now
be
when
me,
you get older.
so we're good.
That's honestly maybe the biggest, most important thing in the world.
Yeah, when you get old, you weigh a lot of things. Like, is it really worth doing all this things? You're getting lazy. Like, I don't feel like getting involved with all this. And
I
Do
don't
you want
care
to be
about
on? Do
anything.
you want to find someone to date again?
No.
Do you
Yeah,
know
start the
how
whole
Tell them about
process
your
over.
different life
difficult that
story
is?
again.
I was
Yeah.
I was just watching a show based on a true story on Peacock, and there's like one of the couples. They're like the husband and wife are fucking other people, and they're like, "You're having an affair with like your trainer or whatever." And she's like, "Are you guys just fucking each other?" She's like, "Yeah, I know he's fucking another woman. She knows I'm on vacation."
I think that's the next stage of evolution.
Oh, no.
I think
Oh, that would
people
be
who are-
tough for me. Man.
I
thought we've like.
I wouldn't
in my
want to
head,
know. Just you better be secretive as fuck.
No, because
No,
then I'd
I
be afraid
can't
of
do it.
catching something.
Oh.
It's like in my head, you're like,
Oh,
oh, I
well,
don't care
that's,
about it.
you know,
In
See,
my head,
I-
I'm like, would it be nice to
I
have
got
this, like,
6 years left
I'd
to
be
me.
like, as
I
long
got
as you're
6
down
years
with a
left to me.
pregnancy
I'm
test,
bringing
then
it,
I
girl.
can get the
Yeah.
fuck out of that.
You
But
have
Yeah.
to Kamasta death pool. He goes, I got
Not
6 years
pregnancy
left
test,
in me.
DNA test.
I said,
We got to get through one more contract cycle. And
Wait,
can
what do you?
fucking-
I mean, you're worried about catching what?
anything.
Because like
to-
AIDS is
You're not-
done
you're not
now.
taking your
AIDS
prep?
is
But it's
over.
also like, what's that? Like the Kenny Powers thing. It's like she's worried about what I have. It's like you don't know what I have either.
Yeah.
So it's like we
Yeah.
gotta be careful. But I've thought about like, oh, would that be nice to have like an open relationship and fuck other people? If it was one-sided, like it was just me.
I know.
fucking other people,
That's always the kicker.
I'm okay with that. But if
It's
you
like,
are,
that's like chicks who are like, you like a girl can go down on me. I'll
Yeah.
be gay that way. I'm not going down on you. Yeah, it's always a one-way street for some of the fun stuff. But I think that's why I think those people who do that are more like evolved and like mature-wise. Like I think it's more mature to be like, you can go do that physical act, and I'll go do that physical act, and then we come back to each other and like live our lives together, and it's still okay.
I think it's even more than maturity. It's like an extreme ability to be like
Secure
at
and-
peace with whatever happens.
Yeah.
Like at peace with yourself, at peace with the situation, like knowing it's probably
Giving
gonna
up
fuck up.
giving up control 100% of any
Yes.
situation that you
I
had
think I'd be
control
pretty
over.
I mean,
don't
it's like
know.
I would love that, but I don't know.
I couldn't do it.
What do you get jealous about? Like, is it jealous about like the
Yeah.
like
time do you
they're
have?
better than me in bed, they're better than me at life?
Yeah, I
they're,
mean, I just
like, hotter than me.
I
like-
think it's more that like I try to be like everything for for him, like for anyone, like my family. I try like just try to be all things. Like I try like to make sure that I have, like I can do anything and I never have to go outside and looking for it. So it makes me feel it's more about like me being insecure that I'm lacking in something that I can't do. Like I can't provide them
yeah,
with
I
something.
guess that would start
like
to,
money wise,
in my-
like if it's money or if it's
He came over and folded
sex or
my
whatever.
laundry the other day.
what?
Well,
Oh,
he was sitting on the couch.
Yeah, well, like
Just
he
to
likes
be,
being
like-
like doing like motherly things and like
Yeah.
providing in every sense. I think.
So if I'm able to provide for, I'm a provider. That's what it is. If I can't provide for,
Well, what
something
if
for
you
them-
like met a guy who's like bi?
Yeah.
It's like you can't be a girl, and he wants to fuck other like everything's cool. Like beyond that, you look like in love, but he also is like, can I
pocket
also like
pussy
fuck
in
some
your
chicks
ass?
on the side?
Well, then I would have a sex change then. Just on the bottom part. And just have tell people for everyone. No, yeah, that's why it's like it's tough. Yeah, it makes me crazy. It feels like you feel like you're not good enough, or you compare it yourself a lot.
I think I'm so like there's already so much baggage with me and shit that I'm like if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, so if you're down with all this, but you got to go do some other shit on the side,
There's
like
so much baggage.
cool.
It's such a funny thing,
Yeah,
and
but-
it's all so public. Everyone can know everything about your life
there's
with
that
a Google
baggage,
search.
and then there's like the kids baggage, and the job is weird. It's a lot of shit to date me, and it's like, so if you're gonna be good with all that, I'll let you probably fuck anybody or do anything, like whatever.
The
Just
the
keep it
baggage comment reminded me of, I forget where we were. We had done a live show somewhere. You remember this? And we were out at a bar afterwards. This is years ago. And you were just like talking to a girl, and her friend came up.
Oh, that we were on the road. Yeah, where were we? We were in somewhere warm.
Somewhere when we were on like a roof deck.
Is
Yeah, it
that
was
when you guys
night.
were in LA?
Probably
No,
LA.
I don't think
No?
it was LA. I wanted to say like Nash, but it wasn't Nashville.
We were talking to a.
You're in Tampa.
I was talking to a. Maybe it was Florida when we went to that Florida football game. Was it that?
A black
Oh,
trans
it
woman.
could have been that Florida
It
football
might have.
game.
You,
Yeah,
you were not
It
far
could,
off.
yeah, it for sure could have been Orlando or something like that.
Yeah, I was talking to that girl for like a pretty long time, and yeah, what did her friend do
She came up
with the phone? Right?
and she just
Yeah.
like hit her friend and had like the Daily Mail open.
It was like really like like this
To
is
you?
it.
Yeah, it was big like the Kevin's article.
I was like, holy shit! I didn't
the
know
girl?
what to do
To the girl or to you?
to the girl.
This is
like,
after
I see,
the
like,
guy you're talking
like,
to?
I think it was like she was like the mother hen of the group, trying to like
The worst
There's always
person
one
in the
girl
world.
trying to stop the girls from talking to guys.
Yeah. The cock blocker.
I'm pretty sure, though. I mean, she didn't go home with me, so it must have affected on some level. But I'm pretty
Really,
sure that
Amber?
girl was
This is
like,
the guy you
yeah,
want?
like,
Yeah.
we're good. But I was like,
When I'm
God.
talking to him, he throws dick.
I think I actually remember you saying, because I was like so upset in that moment. And I remember you being like, I think you said something like, that's actually a good thing. Like, these chicks are going to love that. I was like, I don't know if you're just saying that.
Because the ones
but I'm
who
gonna
are-
run with that idea.
the ones who are gonna be down are gonna be down.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's like they say, a lot of people say like a wedding ring is like the most attractive thing to women because
Yeah.
they're like he can commit
Yeah.
and someone else, it's proof of someone else liking him and all that. It's like, well,
Proof of concept.
let me tell you what's even better is like there was a ring but then divorce. That was fucked though. I remember being like, like usually I'm not like the smoothest operator, but I'll usually like come up with
You're
something quick.
quick.
She's
You're
the
and I was
whistleblower.
just like, She's a whistleblower.
She's like the old men that are trying to meet kids in the Target, and they go running around. This man's here to meet a 13-year-old girl. And they're like running around holding the phone up.
Exactly
This man was here to meet a child in a parking lot.
I don't know what you're referring to, but it sounds like exactly the situation.
Oh, you're in that TikTok algorithm too? Yes. We're in predator busting algorithm for TikTok.
I've seen some of that. There's a group of black dudes who are like doing it. They have like their own channel.
Yeah, I think so.
And but then like I don't think anything happens to those guys.
They just make them call their wife on camera.
Yeah, they just like own them. But then I'm like, well,
They make them call their wives on camera.
Oh yeah, they'll be caught. They'll be like,
Eileen,
tell her.
I gotta talk to you. Well, I got caught trying to meet a 13-year-old boy at the movie theater, and poor the lady's distraught on the phone. It's horrible.
holy shit.
What do you mean, James?
Yeah.
They're always Southern.
Oh, always.
It's always
What
a
do you
Walmart
mean?
parking lot.
Well, it's the truth. I'm getting therapy.
Have you watched Jared? Have you watched the Subway guy?
Yo,
What is it?
that
Doc?
is
It's a documentary.
fucking-
I gotta watch
I
it.
meant to talk about this. There's a documentary on Subway Jared Fogel.
Oh, okay.
But it has all
tea.
tapes
It has
of
the tea.
Him saying it,
does
like
have
asking
the-
what
right,
tell me
it-
about your
so-
daughter's
so,
panties.
Yo, let me tell you something. There's someone worse than Jared Fogel, and it's the woman. The fucking
the one was selling the
she went undercover. She's a regular ass chick who I think worked
a modern day
for-
Ghislaine Maxwell, if you will.
She like I can't remember her connection, but she was connected to Jared, and they were out one night.
She was a sandwich
at,
artist,
like
I
an
believe.
event. They were out at like somewhere, and he said something. They were at a school event, and Jared said something like out loud, like right next to her, like, "Aren't middle school girls just like the sexiest?" And she was like, "What was that?" And then decided to become this vigilante, and spent years like entrapping
Narrating.
him, which I think ultimately like she worked with the police and did take him down. So like you're the hero, but you can't tell me that there wasn't a few nights and a few conversations where she was just as
A few
into it.
cocktails. Yeah.
Yeah, like she did it for a long time and kept being
All
like, I just
recorded?
I don't have the proof yet. I don't have the smoking gun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going. And I was
I'm
like,
gonna put
this is-
pigtails in and have them get me from behind.
I think didn't she do shit like that though? Didn't
I think
like,
so. I didn't
she
watch- I
dressed
fell
up like
asleep,
that.
but-
And then the fucking craziest shit. He was like, she was like, so do you want to like meet up with kids? Like, have you ever hooked up with a kid? What's the youngest you've ever had?
Ew!
And then listen,
Hooked up with a kid.
no, even worse,
Rape, we call it.
Yeah.
Remember he said, I want to pound them. He's like, I can't wait to pound into that like 9-year-old. But then listen to this. The woman was trying to entrap him.
I couldn't watch
And she was like, her plan was to have him come to her son's birthday party because there was going to be other kids there.
Dressed as a glory hole.
And he said to her, will you like, and this is all recorded and it's like got the subtitles, and he's like, will you let your kids undress in front of me? That'll be cool, right? That'll be hot. Like, I'll go up in their room and they can undress in front of me. And she was like, and that's when I realized I was like too close. I was like, you fucking thing!
Like, shit, call him in. Call him the feds.
Yeah.
What was this on Netflix or something?
It's on Netflix or Hulu, I
probably.
think.
I forgot.
But
You
I
put
mean,
this, you
truly
put that
a
on your
monster.
Instagram story. But you
Yeah.
had it like on your close friends, and I was like,
You know
does
what's
Kevin not want people to
so
know he watched this?
I've
embarrassing to
I've
watch.
never posted on my close friends ever, but I saw the green circle. And I was like, oh shit! So I must have just like slipped the
Actually,
fingers.
yeah.
My close friends is just like you and my brother. I think it's like you, my brother, and my sister. That's it.
No snitch squad.
Check this dog out. That's so weird. I watched
But
one
dude,
of the,
it is. You know the story, but when you hear him talk and say some of these things, 9 years old, 12 years old, I want to pound them.
Did he ever do it?
I think he admitted to at least like once. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then it's like, as always, like 100,000 gigs of fucking child porn.
I watched one
It's
of the
never just,
Duggars.
like,
It was
couple
heterosexual though.
It was both. No.
Like I feel like pedophiles are always
gay,
like they're
Down
always,
for
like,
whatever.
All pedophiles are gay.
Oh,
All gay men are pedophiles.
that's why Target's
Yeah,
got a
that's
fucking real.
Sorry, I switched their sentence around. Dyslexic.
It's a parallelogram
The-
rectangle thing.
It is true. I feel like you'll fuck
that
anything.
it's not. I don't often hear that the
They actually. Oh, that it's a girl.
and
Yeah.
by here I mean watch a Criminal Minds episode. Like I don't ever
I
hear
think
the news.
I think he was just like both. Like he just said like kids.
It's just I don't
Nuts.
care.
I mean, if you can't be choosy, I guess.
I also didn't realize how much he was like going around to schools because I was kind of like
Schools?
I don't know this guy.
He was
just,
a
like, did
mentor. He
commercials.
was like going around telling a
He was
story.
doing speeches at schools about how to not be a fat guy,
Yeah.
and he was
What do you
like
mean?
fucking kids.
You don't be a fat guy by eating Subway sandwiches? That's
Yeah.
the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but dude, that I remember when I like heard about that when I was young, and then like you hear like he walked like 12
He
miles,
like walked to and from
back and forth
Yeah.
every day. It was
Yeah,
like
it
that
wasn't-
was what. It was,
do you
he
remember
spent
the
the
McDonald's
entire day walking to Subway?
Well, he
and
was
walking
looking for
home.
children in the
That was
woods.
the only
That's what
thing
happened.
he had.
Yeah, he was on
It
he
was
a
along a
predator
school
hunt.
route.
Yeah.
Do you remember
It
the
was-
McDonald's CEO did the same thing and like lost weight, and it was like
I vaguely remember
that poor guy should have been like, and I'm not fucking kids.
Yeah.
Remember Supersize Me?
yeah,
Yeah.
He like
amazing.
he ate himself almost to death
Yeah, but
because he
But
did
that-
a
but-
month.
But
of
that guy,
McDonald's.
But-
so the CEO, I think, got rid of Supersize.
Yeah.
He cleaned it
Ruined
all
it for
up, and then
everyone.
was like, I ate like a burger and a fish fillet a day or whatever, and it looked like I was actually healthy.
But
And
also,
I don't fuck kids.
that dude, I could be making this up. I believe that like the only real problem with that, I forget the super.
My A1C has dropped.
Was like he had like a fucked up liver from it. And
Morgan Spurlock.
Morgan Spurlock, and then it came out he was like a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, it's like it's not McDonald's.
Like, it was-
It's that he's washing
Shit-faced
McDonald's
all day. That's
down
why
with
he's
a
eating
fucking
McDonald's.
bottle
I
of
could be
Jack.
wrong about everything I just said, which is always
Probably.
the case.
We don't
Probably.
fact check.
Yeah,
We don't fact check.
I'm pretty
everything.
sure that was like he later came out he was an alcoholic and he was like, yeah, sorry about that.
Aren't we all?
You know, my kids have been fat shaming me a lot recently.
Your kids?
My kids are they only drink water, legitimately, truly.
Oh
they
my
do not have
God.
any juice or any soda or anything.
I have
And
someone
when
in my life
and
that does the same exact thing. I drink Diet Cokes. We've had conversations about Diet Cokes before. That
I'm
we
a
said
Coke
people
Zero
drink
guy.
it. Yeah, but people drink it in the morning, the first thing in the morning. They're disgusting. But we get shamed for drinking Diet soda. So it has 0 calories. That's the least thing you have to worry about is me drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah,
Like
please.
the fucking
Domino's is where the real
I mean,
problem lies.
come on. There's way worse than
So what they
drinking
say,
soda in the
because they're-
morning.
they're purists?
But like I'll crack a can and they'll be like, "Dad, really? Soda again?" I'm like, "Fuck you, kids, man."
How old are your kids?
7 and almost 6.
And they had they're like very healthy, like clean eating kind of deal.
Well, it's not clean eating because it's like chicken nuggets and French fries and stuff. But they're very like picky. It's like butter with pasta.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, the amount of butter I put on probably is butter with pasta. They're not like they don't eat a lot of fruit. They don't eat a lot of they don't experiment or whatever. They're very picky and they just eat. But the water is what's crazy. I'm like, do you want it's
The
like
juice?
like pizza tonight, and do you want like a Coke? Like, no. Do you want like chocolate milk? No.
It's because they don't like it, or they know that it's not healthy.
I think
Or
weirdos.
something. It's like-
I
Do you
think
want
they're
this line of
weirdos.
booger sugar.
Bro, I had
They're
a
very
friend who
nervous
used to
about, like,
fucking
everything.
Bang,
2 liters.
no
Kool-Aid
fucking,
bursts, remember
the-
those?
The sugar from fucking
Pixie sticks?
Pixie sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very middle
Oh.
school
Just
thing.
inhale those.
Yeah.
Do a bump of Pixie sticks.
Fucking pop that right in.
Yeah.
That's a very middle school thing to
Hit
do.
the bathroom stall real quick.
That's funny though that we both
You
did
use the
that,
stick that comes
you
as a
know?
buzz.
I don't think I ever did it actually. I think I
Oh,
was too
What,
scared.
pixie stick?
Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah.
I don't think I think
I
I,
just
went.
did real
I think I went. I went straight to the real stuff.
Yeah, there was-
10th grade.
There was no gateway
What,
drug
what
for
was the
me.
first time you did coke? 10th grade?
I think maybe my junior year of high school I tried it.
When did you try it for
Oh,
the first time?
God.
Probably late high school as well. I would say probably senior
I was
year.
old. I was like
Maybe junior
almost
year.
30.
I
I've
think
still
junior
never
year.
done it, but I would I was not going to do it in high school. I was like,
No,
no.
I think that this kid had.
My friends were doing
remember where it
ketamine in high school.
was. Ketamine?
Like they were in like K holes
Oh,
in
my
high
like
school.
middle school friends were doing ketamine.
really?
Yeah.
I did ketamine.
Ecstasy
last weekend.
and-
But actually, I don't know if they were actually
Like
doing, they
microdose,
were
or like
saying
you
they
did
did.
ketamine?
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're just lying in
Scary,
the locker
too
room
much.
kind of deal. But like,
Yeah.
they were saying like, oh, I was in the K hole this weekend.
That's not
And we were
fun.
like in
When I
seventh
learned that
grade.
it was a fucking horse tranquilizer, I was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
you guys are crazy, man."
Like I was in Fire Island over the weekend, and like even that a couple weekends ago was too much. I was like, after day 2, there was no serotonin in my brain.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I'm like, you need to get it together. Like I can hang
The
out.
crash
with
is
the best of 'em.
tough.
It was just too much. It was like,
Yeah.
and you look around, like people are in K holes, people are fucked up. I'm like, dude, we're in our 30s, man. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready
yeah.
to go. Like I want to be able to get up and like walk around.
farmers market.
Have a glass of
Yeah,
water, like,
like-
not sit there and suffocate to breathe.
I
like
don't
when
know
go to bed.
how the hangovers came fast and swift for me, and then it just was not worth it.
No,
and it
not
was
at
like,
all.
I would love to like have some cocktails on the beach or
I'm getting
dinner
to that
or
point
whatever.
where like
I'm
I've done enough, and it's like now like, even drinking
Yeah.
is like
because
I
that's
gotta
the
force
other thing.
myself to
You've
drink.
done
It's
it.
like
It's
not-
like
it's like
what
not
am I
worth
getting
like
out of this?
like
you
I don't
know?
drink at home anymore. Like I've like just like drink all the time at home like during the pandemic and like even
Yeah.
before that like weekly just have like wine with dinner or whatever. Now I just like don't even get involved.
I think
in it
when you
anymore.
go through your wine phase, you like start to learn what you like, and you try some fancy bottles, and
Yeah.
you pair it with mixing and all that. And then when you've done that for years too, you're like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, I just want to sleep.
And then eventually you just
Back
kill
to the
yourself. Like,
boredom.
what is the
It's
point of
like-
living?
It's like now what? Bringing it
Yeah.
back to the boredom.
Yeah.
It's like the drinking and whatever.
Well,
It's
that's
fun,
when you
like,
get into
once
hard
a
drugs.
weekend, or like once a year for a weekend, you go out, you go kind of nuts. But even then, I'm like, it's almost sad.
Well,
Like, I was
but it's
looking around, I was like, guys, like
It's a
what are we
commitment now. It's
fucking
like too
doing?
much because you're out for
Oh,
like 3
I mean,
days.
When I see people who are like early 30s starting to go through it, and I'm just it's like watching like an addict or someone like or like telling someone they shouldn't date somebody. You're like,
Right.
you got to let them do it. They got to go through it. And I'm like, you're gonna stop in like 6 months or a year, but you should just stop now because you're just gonna torture yourself. But you're not ready yet, and you want to keep partying, and it's like, yep, it's too late.
Kevin's
It's
just
gone.
talking to me right now.
I actually wasn't thinking you in that moment, but yes, you're in there. But no, but you didn't, at least for a long time, go through the hangovers.
Yeah.
When I watch the people who like the 30-year-old hangovers start to set in, and I watch them still do it, I'm like, what are you doing?
Why torture yourself?
Was that much fun last night? Like, it's
it
not.
was. I'm not with you.
If it still is, then like by all means. But when the people who wake up are like, I'm sick for like 2 straight days, and it was just like a regular night at the bar, I'm like, that was not worth it. And they're like, no, it wasn't. But if you're still worth it, then you're still in party mode.
But
Then
for
you go
me
do
to be
it.
able to like go out and like drink and have fun, I now need to be with like a group of people that like I want to drink with this person.
Yeah.
I can't go. It's not worth it for me to go out for like a casual drink with a couple coworkers. That's just
No.
fucking hell. I'm gonna go out. You spend $50-$60 on like 3 beers.
You're like just in between.
and then you want to.
You go home like a little drunk, but
yeah,
not.
it's like you want to be around people that like you have fun with. Like we used to have fun during the pandemic, and I remember being at your house being like, I need to go home. And John would be
man.
the T-Rex himself with his phone, and that's when I'm like, I gotta get out of here. But you wouldn't have a hangover, and I would wake up and be like, dude, I need like 3 days
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I see you again.
There was that one brunch day at John's house. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was a holiday of some sort,
Yeah,
right?
it was. It might have been Easter. To be honest.
Easter weekend, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was the
What the
Masters was on
Wild.
Easter.
That was like a 36-hour. I think you were there. I mean, I think
I think I
everybody
had a
was there.
friend come down from Boston.
Yeah,
and I went to bed
it
the
was
whole
mixed
weekend.
company, and and I
Was that
remember
your house
hearing that
downtown?
like
Yeah.
brunch was. It was like family style food and drugs laid out. You know what I mean? It was like get a
were
scoop of this,
disgusting.
have some quiche, have some of this, have some of that.
Remember we had Thanksgiving at your house and just no one ate the food. Our PFT came over and he made like a white trash margarita with Doritos.
Yeah, he loves that.
It's like
yeah.
I'm gonna have 8 of these
Yep.
and no turkey. But your kids now, what are you trying to lose weight because your kids are shaming you, or you just don't give
No,
a fuck?
no.
You don't look.
I
You're not
I
fat.
definitely need to lose weight. Like I'm skinny fat. I've always said it, but now I'm realizing when I used to say it, I wasn't. I was just skinny. Now I'm skinny fat.
Yeah.
I'd rather be. Who were we talking about recently? That like, they have like a belly.
Caroline
Bert.
Benowitz.
Yeah, Bert. Bert is like Bert and guys built like him. They're like they're
Mesomorphs.
big, you know, and but they're just like big guys.
Right.
Their stomachs are like it's a matter of being tight. Like you're either tight, like muscular,
Yeah.
or like your belly makes you tight. I'm like dough, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I'd almost rather be fully big, and it's just like I'm a bigger guy, and that's that. But I'm like, you're just.
It's like work.
You
Who
get
said
into
work
feeder
fat?
play.
It's like work. You know, like with the term work fat.
No, I've never heard
It's
about it. I like that.
The guys are fat. I can't remember who it was. It might have been like some sort of like Joey Diaz line or like
Yeah.
Tim Dillon or something. But it's like your work fat. It was
Yeah.
like Cuban guys or like Dominicans. They're work fat. Like they
Oh,
can be
oh,
like,
like-
this,
like-
but they have
like
a
labor.
6-pack.
Yeah,
and it's-
underneath.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
packed and
Yes.
tight.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
built like
Right,
a man.
right,
There's
right.
nothing in the hips.
Yeah, I'm not.
They
Yeah,
carry it in the
I have,
gut. They got a
I'm built like a
barrel chest.
woman. I'm built like a
You're
woman.
built
I
like
have
a
like
woman.
love handles. I'm like I'm getting
She's
fat in the
shapely.
wrong. I got a big fat
You have a
ass.
figure instead of a
Yes.
body.
It's like pear-shaped or something. It's gross. dude.
Pear-shaped is the worst.
It's the worst.
Like a tube sock with a cantaloupe in it.
I was doing something. Maybe you guys can chime in on this too. I'm on a crusade against the fashion world right now, based on sizing.
Summer is here. That means it is time to get out on the road. Nothing beats a lovely summer drive. Windows down, music blaring, everything just going great. Can't do that if you don't have a car though. That's where Turo comes in. It is the world's largest car sharing marketplace. You can borrow any kind of car you want. You can get an SUV for a nice little road trip with the fellas. You can get, you can test drive an EV, electronic vehicle. You can get a cool car for the weekend. I've said it before. I'm going to say it every single time. I cannot recommend enough renting a vintage car for either a special occasion. Say you got a friend's wedding or something like that, rolling up in a sweet old whip. Guess what? It's not going to be the nuptials everyone's going to be talking about. It's going to be your ride. You can get that at Turo.com. Download the app. Go to the website. It is Turo. Every rental is backed by liability insurance. Terms, conditions, and exclusions do apply. Find your drive. Forget boring rental cars at Turo.
I ordered a vintage shirt from like the early 90s, and I ordered an XL, and it came in what should be an XL. Like, it was
big.
fucking huge. Right. And I put on a T-shirt. Actually, did I show you? I put the two shirts on top of each other and took a picture. Because I wore it like a regular T-shirt the next day.
Oh, yeah.
And that was an XL. And I'm like,
What, it's too
tight? Too
Well, then
tight,
make it
too short,
That's
too
a nice
everything.
T-shirt you're wearing. Who makes that?
Thank you very much. I'm not telling you.
Okay, it's Scotch and soda.
No, it's not. Come on.
It's better than that.
Huh?
It's better than that.
Of course it is.
Who makes those pants?
If I told you, you won't know.
That's
Very nice.
Can we bleep it? And can you tell us who makes it? Now I have to know.
Yeah, it's a brand called. Yeah,
Why are you afraid to say it?
because it's fucking nice ass T-shirt, and I
You just don't want people knowing about it?
People having it.
Oh. These are both XLs.
No, I'm.
That
Oh my
the long
God.
sleeve shirt's an XL from like the early 90s, and then that T-shirt there is an XL now. I legitimately like
What? This looks like a baby T-shirt.
right
The-
now, and that shirt did shrink a little bit, so I'm like, that happens. So I legit, if I want to keep a shirt
They're
that
trying to
fits,
phase this out.
I need to wear a double XL and have it shrink to be an XL.
Oh, yeah, I wear
I'm not
3X
a fucking
in shorts.
double XL. You
Yeah.
creep. You zoomed into my toe.
I wear 3X in shorts.
Dude, that's like
That's
the first
such
thing I look
bullshit.
at.
You're not a
3X.
triple
I am.
XL.
And not bare, but in Balls Beach, I'm a 3X bathing suit.
That's just like
Yeah.
something along the
But that's like
lines.
the
we
that's like a
switched it.
36, 38.
That's great. Like
A triple
that's
XL. is-
normal.
Yeah.
And now I think if you are triple extra L, extra large, you're like fucking, the big boys. You're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Did you
crazy.
We got triple Xers here. They're not sitting
Yeah.
on any of these couches right
Exactly.
Speaking of triple Xers, did you see Big Ev's face?
Big ass face. No.
He shaved his
now.
face.
I did. It was
Oh,
hard.
no.
It was.
Why do you do that?
He lost a bet.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Jarring,
photoshopped
jarring.
when I saw it on the
I
computer.
mean that is I like to keep the scruff so like my face isn't big. I can't imagine.
I walked by Ev
Because
in
he's
the
always had
hallway,
the chipmunks.
and I was going, "What's up, Ev?" And I was with Marty, and he goes, "John notices something different, but he's scared to say anything."
I would put that on a sign. Fill in your name, notice something, but you're too afraid to say anything. That's tough. But what was the thing about Hemsworth? His scruff. We both
yeah.
we both knew it.
He
Like
was, like,
I
beautiful.
you know about eyes, about jaw, like all that shit. His scruff was
good.
perfect.
It wasn't good.
I never
It
even
was-
knew that was a thing to have like good and bad scruff.
It was like a famous painter himself.
Just
Does
like
he get it
individual
done, or
strokes.
it's like, was it painted
Like,
on?
just individually.
I swear to God, it was painted on. It was crazy.
What did he have glam? I'll look at the picture.
He'll break down the
he
beat.
was- he was
That was
so
so
good
funny. You think when you take a picture next to someone that beautiful that they'll be like you guys will look hideous.
Oh
You guys
my
look
God!
good
I'm
in
sorry,
that
I just saw the
photo.
picture. He turned into Bobby Kelly.
Who? Oh, Ev.
I mean, holy shit!
Whoa! I haven't seen that one. He had a hat on when
Dude,
I saw
in
him.
person it's
Holy shit! Now, but hear me out. Like, again, there's something to Ev where, like, especially now, he's just a big guy with the bald head.
Right.
That's almost like a thing where it's just like,
Right.
and he'll be
Action
lovable, and I'm not saying it's the hottest thing in the world by any means, but it's like you just know who that guy is, as opposed to like you're what are I don't know.
It's like his face like almost disappears into his body.
yeah.
That's
It's mean
smirk.
to say. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing that he hasn't.
Bro, that
said before.
is so funny. So he shaved his head. So what was the bet? The
Something
Nuggets?
about the Heat, right?
Yeah,
Heat or
something
Nuggets.
He said like months ago that if the Nuggets were to win, like he would shave his beard.
That was a bad
Also,
bet.
who reminded him of that?
What?
They
I would
remember?
answer the
Who
phone.
reminded him?
Well, I'm sure it was a bet like on the show or something.
I think he just said it offhand like months ago.
Well, that's like when I said I would cum myself and jump off a bridge, and then that happened. That was tough.
The ultimate way to die.
Uh,
The ultimate release.
so you're being a little fucking pussy and not drinking in the middle of Pride Month. What?
Give me a drink. I'll drink right now.
Yeah.
It's you know what it is? It's just nice to like clock a weekend. where
Yeah.
It's like this whole weekend, I went to the gym. I ate right. Like I was good this weekend.
And then you're like,
Now it's time to-
by the way, I'm rich now too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
so much money.
I
left
remember
over.
that
Then,
feeling. Yeah.
Today rolled around. I woke up. I was like, ooh, I could.
I took the subway
the
here
bar.
today.
Did
Ooh, making changes in your
You
life.
do a Subway?
Yeah.
You don't do that a lot? You're an Uber
Never. I take the Ubers.
guy? I hate Uber. I hate.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do cabs sometimes, but the Subway's just so much more efficient.
Yeah,
I like
it
efficiency.
really is.
It's so much faster.
Yep.
I guess so. Yeah, you're
But
right.
you gotta go. You gotta go east to west, which is a pain in the. dick.
Crosstown.
Well, no,
is
I
fucking
just
nuts.
took the the same train to here and there. I just walk a little bit when I get here.
I think that's a great thing.
I can't like, especially in the summer though. Like, I took
it's only
I took
for,
a
like, a
cab the
week
other
I'll
day.
do it,
I
but
left
it
like
gets
40
too
minutes
hot.
early because I was like, I'm gonna sweat. I'm gonna get like my hair is gonna fucking get all
Oh,
gross.
you
like,
took a cab? It's right because we. Nick had said you drove. I
Yeah,
thought
when
drove.
you when
From
you were
Westchester, wherever you're at.
no, I got to the office. We had to go up to Columbus Circle. We had to be there at 12:30.
Today?
No, yesterday, and I was like, the subway will take like 7 minutes, but in that 7 minutes, I'm gonna have to wait for the fucking thing. I'm gonna get hot. I'm gonna get gross, and then I'm
Yeah,
gonna be upset that I'm at this big interview and I look shitty. So I'm just gonna leave now and sit in traffic for 35 minutes. And I got there at the same time as everybody, but Nick left like 25 minutes after me. Took the subway and got there at the same time.
You should.
But
hire
I was like,
a full-time driver.
yeah,
It's the most ridiculous
I
thing.
can't.
I would love that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it-
tough.
Worth it.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, because there was the last time we did this, we took the subway, and we like went to the wrong track. We had to go up and down, and it was hot. And by the time we got to Sirius or wherever we were going, I was like wet, and I was just like, I'm not
Yeah,
doing this
you're
ever
gonna
again.
change your clothes.
Not doing this ever
Did
again.
you see the? This is a complete change of subject. Did you see the who showed her tits on the White House lawn?
I saw like TMZ tweet it, but that's
That sounds awesome.
That was. It was not awesome. That's what gives us a bad name.
why.
Oh,
You're
shut
what
up.
give us a bad name,
Ex-
not her.
Showing up and that's so much ammo. It's like you just went by and now you're showing your tits. Why?
Let me tell you a different story about a different subject, and I bet you're gonna go, "That's fucking dope." And it is actually about the same subject. David Cross was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. David Cross, Tobias Funke, and did a bump of coke at the table because he just said, I want to be able to tell people that I did coke in the same room as Obama.
Oh,
Switch coke with the tits. Like, I just want to say I have my tits out in the same room as Biden.
yeah.
That's a cool
fair,
story
I
now.
guess. Yeah. Well, you do have a point. I guess. I
Do it for the
kinda
story.
see it.
I'm just saying, I think the average person, it's like same thing as like, I don't know, mooning somebody. Or you just did something crazy on the White House lawn to say you did it. It's like streaking on the field. It's like, I don't know. I don't think there's many. Maybe there's a couple people in the middle who are going to be allies who are now like, well, this is why.
Homosexuality is in a bit of a not gray area, but a transition, such as Barstool Sports, where it used to be a little crazy, a little dirty, a little nuts. Now it's all fucking corporate. Now BMW's
You're right.
putting their logo,
Yeah.
and now it's like that sucks. That's big business now. And what are we gonna do, guys?
I'd love to get a
We all
slice
gotta
of that
fix
BMW.
But I would say that the trans community then is like hiring, some fucking
It's all straight people. Who talk about
hardcore
trans.
comic or you know what I mean? Like I feel like the trans community is back to like down and dirty and,
Yeah.
and wild and shit. So
Like we had a drag queen at our party that we
you
had.
gotta hire a transsexual. That's it.
Arma
To solve all the problems.
Yeah.
Armamitas thing, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be awkward. Like people have been like drinking, but not enough. It was very awkward.
What was
What?
this? Wait,
Oh,
what
for the gay bash?
Oh yeah, for the gay bash we had.
Oh.
Did you think that was weird?
I loved it. I was drunk and having fun.
How did the party as a whole go?
It was good.
As
I
a-
was.
as a-
I wanted
as
to
a
go so
whole.
bad.
A lot of people
it's
turned out.
in
Everyone from
Chicago.
here showed up. There's no gay people there. It was just me, you, and a couple others. But
Yeah.
it was fun.
It
Oh,
was
I
fun.
know.
It was packed. We packed the bar.
Yeah.
It was one of these. It was like people who know how to drink. Like Large and Annie came.
Yeah.
Like all the people
The
who
fun
like
people,
are
yeah.
normal, and then of course there's people who aren't. But that's the category we fall in. So it was what it was. You went home at what 5? I think I went home at 3.
Woo.
5 a.m.
Tonight.
for. I just sneak by him at like 2:30 to be like he's gonna make me stay. If he sees me. So like ran out of the bar.
Is
And,
the
and you're like hammered, or you just go long into the night? Like you're.
Yeah, I don't want it to end. I don't like it to end, so I keep drinking and hanging out.
I obviously I get like puppy. Like I don't want. What if something happens and I miss
out.
it? Like I want
have any fun.
I want to be the last to bed every single time.
I feel like at some point you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a couple
Yeah.
more hours of the same thing you were
Yeah.
doing for the last 6
Yeah.
hours.
99% of the time you're
stories.
right.
The one
But there's
time.
that 1%. There's that one time. Like,
But I have always found that old adage of nothing good happens after like 3 a.m. is
Yeah.
generally right. Like
It's true,
it
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I just the people who will like at like 2:30 like let's get around of tequila shots like. That's literally just
Yeah.
ruining you're
the
making your
worst.
hangover that much worse.
Gangs.
I'm getting
You
tired.
people
soon.
are the worst.
I'll fucking pour myself a glass of whiskey at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm fucking.
No.
I know
I'm
you
in
will.
it to win it, dude.
That's
Your
like,
body should be donated to science. Like,
Yeah.
I wish we could like take your brain out and put it in like Krang, like a machine, so we could still have you alive. Because by the time you die, we'll donate your body to science. You'll be 37. That body. By the time you're old, your body won't be worth studying. I'm gonna study it right now and be like, how did this thing work? How did this operate?
Yeah,
you
how's
know?
it still running?
Yeah, it's
you look
impressive.
strong though.
Dude, he's in great shape. It's so
Yeah, I was
annoying.
saying-
Because
Yeah,
I'm
like,
I'm
shoulders look
fucking
big.
gross, you know.
Thanks.
Just
Yeah, I'll tell you
yeah.
what. Several. There are dozens of comments about us looking like Hemsworth's brother. You guys all look the same. You know.
Chris
Somebody said if I closed my mouth in the picture, I would look like Chris. And I said, well, I kept my mouth open. I had my mouth at the ready in case
Chris,
something went
and who's the
down.
other one? Who's the third
Who's the other?
Hemsworth?
Chris
and
and
Liam?
Well, there's another one, Luke. But they were talking about me and John in the picture being
Oh.
like the other Hemsworth. Like a decent amount of people saying shit like that. I was like, well, I feel pretty good about myself today.
Did he know who you guys were before he went on?
That was so funny. I said, I introduced myself, and he said, hi, I'm Chris. And I said, yeah, I think I heard of you. And he said, oh, I've heard of you too. And I said, no, you haven't. I think he was fully waiting for just the, oh, I've heard of you too. And we keep it moving. And I said, no, you haven't. And he went, now I have. And I was like, okay.
That's funny though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he was cool. He
What's
was
the
cool.
biggest star who you've met who has like known you, who you've been shocked to know?
When Rob McElhaney came in, and he was like, at the time we were doing a thing, we had a video out where John can't open beer bottles because
Yeah.
he has fat sausage fingers.
Yeah.
He was trying to open a bottle and he couldn't, and he came in. I think what happened was his team was like, here, watch these 2 videos right before you go in
Right.
the room. And so he came in and was like, get this guy a bottle of beer. He can't even open it. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
about that storyline? And I'm sure it was because, like I said, it was just like he only watched a 30-second video. But he made it feel like he knew who we were.
That's like when we had what's his name on Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell. He does his research.
He's like a Barstool
I love
nut.
you guy.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
knows. That's
should
like
just
you're
work
a good
here.
celebrity.
I'm
If you
surprised.
like come in and you can say something.
Kevin Hart
That's-
did a very
I was
good
gonna say,
job.
Kevin Hart is like
he doesn't
great.
know us at all, but he made us feel like at the end of the interview he's like, thank you guys, you guys are doing so great, like what you do
I
is really
remember what he
amazing.
said. He leaves an impression. I vividly remember. He went, you guys get funnier every time. And I
Yeah.
was like,
That's huge.
he just knows we've been interviewed before. He doesn't actually think that. He doesn't know, but like,
Right.
I think he probably has a line for when it's the first time. He
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
That was great. I'd love to do it again. When it's multiple times, he says you get better every time.
Right.
When it's
How many times you had him on?
Kevin Hart, probably 3 or 4.
Yeah,
3.
a decent amount that like more than we should, you know.
It's crazy.
He he
He's
he
come back
is
for
the
more.
consummate professional. When Bert was like, if I needed to promote a special and I only had one place, it would be Barstool. That was probably the highest
Yeah,
compliment.
That's huge.
But yeah.
His wasn't even the one that did it for me with him. When he was like, he was telling us it wasn't like on mic. We were just like at an after party in Nashville, and he was like, you guys like when we come to the East Coast, when a comic comes to the East Coast, like. He's like, you guys know you're the number one stop.
He introduced us to Mike Binder
Yeah,
that way, who was like he's like a director and a documentarian and like really like important person. He said these guys are like the premier East Coast comedy podcast, and I looked at John. It's like,
We were like, what? And Bert was smoking a cigar and like drinking a glass of whiskey or tequila or something. And he goes, yeah, you didn't fucking know that?
Yeah, you guys know that, right? And I was like,
And we were like, no.
say that out loud. Like, say it louder for the people in the back.
Press.
Can we get it clean?
You guys had Andy on the other day, right? Andy Bravo?
No, we didn't have that was shit.
We gotta band together and get him in.
Yeah, he's
I don't
fun.
know.
That'd be very
Can't let
fun.
the fucking straight girls have Andy.
Yeah.
Just call him Andy Bravo.
He
I think
doesn't know
he
him.
is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he is like kind of like the Stephen A. Smith of like the gay celebrity gossip reality TV world. I think he's like incredible.
He's a
Did you watch
puppeteer of
one of the
sorts.
best of it. Yeah, he really is. Like,
Oh,
especially with
yeah.
these Vanderpump idiots,
Just
he
to
is
say
like.
that was like that's all time reality television. He speaks like in clips.
Yeah,
And, like
yes.
I don't know if you guys watched the Vanderpump thing.
Well, we were told we're like
Nick
Yeah.
Hamilton watched it.
Oh, it's great.
my
the way
God.
I saw the way he was like. At one point, he was like, "Well, yeah, but like all you guys have all cheated on each other, so like let's
Yeah.
relax." It was like, "Yeah, yes, like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
say it."
Dude,
He is
he's
great
good,
though.
Man. He's fucking look at what he's done. He's created a whole genre of television within
He
the
must
genre.
be rich.
Yeah,
He's so rich.
he has 2 babies.
I was saying it seems like
Building a house in Sag Harbor.
I don't know what he did before, but it feels like he was a therapist almost with some of the questions that only a therapist should ask people, and he's just doing it live on TV and trapping people to.
I liked when they were like trying to like say you can't get drunk anymore, and he was kind of like, "I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm untouchable. You know what are you
Oh,
gonna hire
on
me?"
the-
on
Fuck outta here.
CNN.
Yeah.
Or for the
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
I guess he's not employed by CNN, so it's like they could say you're not allowed on anymore. But he's like,
people like that. People like
Love
relatable
it.
shit.
People
No one wants a
fucking love
buttoned
it.
up special anymore. No one wants a
Yeah.
buttoned up interview. No
No.
one wants anything to be like formatted. People just
Seriously,
want to listen
unbutton
to
it.
the conversation.
yeah,
unbutton
Pop
it.
it in.
This is all stretched. Nothing's buttons here. Good
The
pants.
we'll let you go with the parade. Are we excited for the parade?
Yeah, we
Are
have a double decker bus this year.
Wow.
Last year we had
Who's
the
on top?
Silverado
Who's on
last
bottom?
time.
We
You should
will
make
both be on the-
make only
I'll be on the bottom.
like certain people can only be on the top and bottom. That'd be funny.
Yeah,
Well,
Let's hear it
this
out.
year it's a lot earlier.
yeah.
I will be
It's
there.
2 o'clock. Are you gonna come?
Oh, of course I'll be
Okay,
there.
good, good.
But no, it's not 2 o'clock. We have to be here at 11:30 in the
Oh,
morning.
that's just.
Oh,
I think they just say that. I'm getting here at like
That's second floor
1:55.
nonsense.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
last year I got here. Last year it was crazy. Last year I was home beforehand, and I woke up in the morning and like got to the train station. My train was canceled, so my mom came and
Yeah,
gave me
drove
I
you.
remember that.
her
Yeah.
car. So then I drove and then hit traffic in Stamford. Got off the fucking highway. Got on the fucking Metro North from Stamford. Came in, and I was panicking, stressing the whole time.
I was too. I was coming from Connecticut as well.
And I got here.
I was at
we fucking
Foxwoods the
sat
night
in the
before.
studio for fucking Sutton's
2 hours.
office for like 3 hours.
Atlantic City. I was in Atlantic City, right?
Yep.
And this year I'm not going to make that mistake again. And by make that mistake, I mean show up early.
Yeah, June 25th. It's gonna be. We got a double decker bus sponsored by Mamita and Bloom and
Are you guys doing a Working Girls for that?
And Proper Wild.
Proper Wild.
We it's like a vlog, a little vlog
Vlog.
that we owe them. That was where our
Will
party was.
will you have a heavy dick that day?
I think I will. Yeah.
Yeah, you better.
I'm gonna
It's
do- I'm
like
gonna
the
have
Super
each-
Bowl for you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
it before and so I'm gonna wear some slinky shorts and really show it off.
I actually was like cleaning out my apartment today, and I found the shirt I wore last year. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it again.
Yeah.
Remember, it was very graphic with like a
Oh,
shirtless
yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Luigi and a fucking
Oh,
big
right,
old
right,
cock on him.
Hey, hey, There'll be
was
merch.
awesome.
You can check
It's funny,
it
I
out.
mentioned to my mom, I was like, "Oh, are you gonna come to the parade this year?" She goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, it's like a thing. Like you go every year." She goes, "Honey, once was enough." So that was that. But we're looking forward to it. It'll
Yeah,
be
come
fun.
out and see us and shake your tits at us.
All right, and we got live shows coming up or anything? Anything else going on?
This fall we're gonna have live shows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got some coming in the fall as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of a break for the summer and
I'm trying to
all
put
right,
together
out
a
and
tour.
about.
Yeah.
Go follow, get involved, be the Man Mafia. Buy your merch, download, subscribe.
Thank
See you at the
you.
parade.
Bye.
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.